Hi creators, welcome back to Camera Than Coffee, where I feel happy to bring all the daily updates from the camera world for my fellow creators. And today I'm here to quickly share with you a few important specs about A7 IV that have been leaked and which make A7 IV worth waiting for. Especially if you have been planning to buy A7 III, A7C or not so old A7S III. Cool, it's a beautiful day and without any further ado, let's begin. And if you find this video helpful, do support me by subscribing. According to the conversations among fellow creators, the new A7 IV will have a newly developed 33 megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor. Well, that's a massive leap from the existing 24.2 megapixel on A7 III, A7C or even the A7S III. So it's definitely a good news for you if you have been looking forward to take the next step with the quality of your images or the prints. And along with the new sensor, it is believed the A7 IV will be powered by the latest Bionz XR image processor, unlike the Bionz X image processor on A7 III, which will really help the camera deliver high quality images and have a better interface response. And why I believe it will have the new processor? Well, that's because of the rumored addition of ultra-fast CF Express card in A7 IV, which indicates that the camera will have an enhanced processing power, allowing high bitrate recording and fast buffer clearance. So yeah, they are gonna put in a better processor just like A7 III and A1. And together, the bigger sensor and the new processor will definitely contribute to burst shooting rate. I'm not sure whether it will touch the staggering 30 FPS as on A1, but it will surely be better than the other three. Speaking of autofocus, the A7 IV will have an improved one, and just like the recently launched cameras, it is expected to have a better animal and bird detection. And one rumored spec that I really loved is that the A7 IV will have the same smart, comfortable body of A7S III, which is slightly bigger than A7 III. And this further adds weight to the rumor that the A7 IV will have a 3-inch articulating touchscreen with 1.44 million dots. I believe brands have realized that vlogging is here to stay and it's gonna poke every creator now or later. In fact, the newly launched Canon EOS R3 has a flip screen too. Another thing that will put A7 IV ahead of A7 III and A7C is the highly detailed high-resolution electronic viewfinder with 3.68 million dots, which is great but not as good as A7S III or A1. And yes, following the trails of all these adorable cameras, the A7 IV will have a 3.5mm mic as well as headphone jack, making it the next hybrid camera king. Moving on, another thing which will move A7 IV a step ahead of A7 III and A7C is the in-body image stabilization with 5.5 stops, which will specially help you get some sharp and focused images in not that steady situations or low light situations. Also, the brand will surely add the active mode as well. And now, my favorite video specs. The A7 IV is expected to match up with A7 III and A7C with UHD 4K up to 30p. But this one will be oversampled from 7K, which has brought a smile this side. But when it comes to Full HD recording, the A7 IV will join the team of A7S III and A1, offering up to 120 frames per second. And are we getting 4K 60? Well, I'm not sure. But if it does, it's gonna stand right head to head with Canon EOS R6, which has up to 60p 4K and is also priced the same. That's right. The rumors around also whispers that the A7 IV will be priced at approximately $2,500, sandwiched right in the middle of these four cameras, and is expected to launch in late October if chip supply permits this, because the camera brands have been facing the chip shortage for quite a while now, disappointing the creators who have to wait a lot even after pre-orders. Anyways, let's hope for the best. Cool. Do let your heart speak in the comments and let me know what you think about A7 IV. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if the video was helpful, do support me by subscribing.